It's Friday night at 6 o'clock. What are you having for dinner? I know what we're having for dinner, but I also know none of these useless people around here are going to make it. So I guess I got to get baked and make dinner. Let's get this roast cooking. We're having Greek chicken and potatoes. First things first, you need a bowl. 1/4 cup of parsley chopped, 1/4 cup of olive oil. You need the juice of 2 lemons, and you also want to add some of the zest. You want some garlic, about 4 cloves, which is probably about the rest of this jar. Half a teaspoon of cumin, half a teaspoon of black pepper, 1 teaspoon of thyme. If you have fresh, it's best to use that, but if you don't have that, dried will be just fine. And a tablespoon of oregano. Need a half teaspoon of sea salt. Mixy. I've got an empty container. I am going to put my thin cut chicken breast into said container, and we're going to pour our marinade over our chicken. Now we're gonna let this marinate for about 30 minutes. You could also make this the night before and let it marinate overnight. Now, what can we do for 30 minutes? Any plans for the weekend? 30 minutes has elapsed. Right now, what I want you to do is take a sheet pan, line it in foil, turn your oven to 400 degrees, and put your pan in the oven and let it preheat with the oven. While that's coming up to temperature, we're going to slice our potatoes. I'm using Yukon Golds, and I'm cutting them into 1/4 to 1/2 inch rounds. Pat your potatoes dry and then into a bowl. You're going to toss these with some olive oil. When your food flies out of the bowl, it makes it taste better. And then I'm going to season this with this all-purpose Greek seasoning. I use this on pretty much everything. It's amazing on potatoes, and it's really great on chicken too. Our oven and our pan are both preheated. So we're going to take our hot pan, we're going to drizzle some olive oil, and we're going to use a brush to coat all of the surfaces. Don't touch the pan. All right, we are going to arrange our potatoes in a single layer. Now we are going to take our marinated chicken and we are going to lay it on top of our potatoes. And take the rest of that marinade and drizzle it all over. And in the oven, she's going to go for 30 minutes. And I'm going to take her out in 15 and flip everything over. While that's cooking, I'm going to clean my counter because chicken. That's better. 15 minutes. She's up. Very carefully going to move my chicken from the pan to a separate plate. And now we're going to flip our potatoes over. Replace your chicken and then back into the oven for another 15 minutes. I'm not a germaphobe, but the words explosive and diarrhea are getting put together in sentences way too often for my comfort level. All right, our chicken is done. I'm going to go ahead and take it off of the pan. I'm going to put it to the side on a plate. I have cranked the temperature in my oven to 500. I'm going to put the potatoes on the highest rack setting and give it a few minutes just to give it one more final crisp. Say hi to Winston. Time's up. Our potatoes are done. Now, some of them did get a little browner than others. I think I used a little too much olive oil in the pan. It's going to be fine. They're going to taste great. It ain't science. It's called cooking. Now, if you don't live on the surface of the sun like me, you can totally do this recipe outside on the Blackstone. But seeing as how I live in Arizona, the oven is just going to have to do. Here's our final result. Babe, stop playing Fortnite. Dinner's ready.